Hi, my name is Zamir. This is our team research background. Basically, we are researching about a stroke. A stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrition. There are three different types of stroke. First, transient ischemic attack, which is a stroke that lasts only a few minutes. It happens when the blood supply to the part of the brain is briefly blocked. Second one is ischemic stroke. Ischemic stroke is caused by a blockage in an artery that supplies blood to the brain. Thirdly, hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic stroke is involve a bleed in the brain, usually when a weakened blood vessel ruptures. Blood collecting in the brain tissue causes it to weaken and die. Home rehabilitation for stroke can now be considered under three broad rubrics. First, early supported discharge (ESD) model. Secondly, rehabilitation at home to replace institutional rehabilitation. And the last one is home exercise to prevent deterioration and promote health through physical activity. One, home rehabilitation. The first one is patients are happier and have better moral when at home. Establish a relationship between the therapist and the patient. Provide an authentic environment for the experience of functioning. And the last one is encourage patients to develop a problem-solving skill.
So this is the PDF of product for our group. Firstly, the device is focused on adult stroke patients, and it will help with rehabilitation process from stage 2, which is spasticity appears, until stage 5, which is complex movement returns. And then it is suitable for adult stroke patients for both genders, men and women. Uh, Next is design based on only one individual user per session. The maximum allowable weight that we set to design our products is 7 kg at most. And then our products can either use direct power or rechargeable batteries. And if rechargeable batteries, the operation can at least last for 5 hours. So next, the products is suitable for indoor rehabilitation activities only. The material that we use is soft for patients' comfortability and supportive. And we also include adjustable features to fit with patient body size. The device is for the lower part of the body, and it will cover at least 2 degrees of freedom of motion activities. Next, the therapy mode. We put in our device is patient patient passive exercise, which is the exercise is held by somebody else, and while the other one is patient active exercise. So lastly, our product can only able to be used if there is a nurse or therapist to monitor the session for the patient. So that's all for the PDFs of our products. So for my design, which is knee braces, in this morphology, it will be indicated by this yellow line. So we start with the install, which this device will wrap on the knee of the patients, and then we use the buckle and strap system to adjust the device. And then for selection, I use tracker on the device to connect with the mobile apps. And then for movement, we will monitor the walking activity of the patients and also the movement speed uh, that will be monitored in the mobile apps. So next we move to the concept design. This, as you can see, this device We shoot for stage 2 until stage 5 rehabilitation recovery. And on this tracker, we will use button function to activate it and also Bluetooth to so that it will work together with the mobile apps for monitoring purpose. The material used for to design this device is comfortable and soft, also supportive. This is the features that have been mentioned in morphology chart earlier. This bucket and strap to uh, fit the patient's knee, and also the sealer to avoid slipping. This device is basically weight around 1 to 2 kg, and we put together the stretchable straps to allow movement when doing activities, and also additional cross strap to maintain the tightness of the device on patient knee.
Onto the concept design. For the concept design, there is some specification that need to be followed. First of all, the device focusing on the range of rehabilitation from stage 2, spasticity appear, to stage 5, complex movement return. The device needs to be suitable for adult stroke patient and both gender, and the device also need to be suitable for indoor activities. For the maximum weight, the device need to be under 7 kg. For the installation method, I select the solution 2, which is the setup device. This shows that the device had the ability to move around and not set at a specific location. For the adjustment, push and pull method. For the selection, the device is to set the pressure, and the movement is cycling activities. For the monitor, the device able to calculate the distance traveled by the patient. For the LCD is the commonly used, which is the LCD display to show all of the data collected. This is my concept design. For this device, first of all, the patient need to set up the device in front of them. After that, the patient need to turn on the LCD display, and the activity selected is cycling activity. After they done the activity, all of the data such as the distance travel is shown on the LCD method. For the LCD method, the button provided is the start and off, and also the reset button to reset all of the activity done. The knob located at the top of the device is to be used to decrease or increase the pressure of the cycling activities. The cycling activities is mainly to strengthen the muscle and also the concentration of the patient. The push and pull method being applied at the pedal and also the leg of the device. This add the ability for the device to adjust their length. The next features is the foldable features. This is for the device to be stored at a small place. Next, for the strap located at the pedal of the cycling device, the strap is to secure the feet of the patient. The device also light in weight as it can be moved around. For the base, there is a rubber base located to increase the grip of the device from moving around. The device is being placed at the stage 4 of the rehabilitation, which is to regain the control of their muscle. That's all for me.
This is my concept design dynamic ankle rehabilitation platform. This device has 3 degrees of freedom which has in total of 6 different motion of exercise. As you can see in my concept design, I have put 8 indicators which is number one is input power which I use a brushless DC motor. The second one is valve connector which I use a hydraulic valve. The third one is hydraulic cylinder which is I use double acting cylinder. And the fourth one is the universal joint as you can see. The fifth one is the foot pedal with soft surface for extra safety for the user. And the sixth one is the rubber strap. The seventh one is the remote control. It is for exercise mode can be selected easily, which have a LCD display on it. It display a top angle and motion. And the last one is LCD monitor to display result in graphical form.
Will continue with my concept, which is fit device with electrical stimulation for stroke rehabilitation. So my device will be based on the footwear device. So go to the concept properties. This device will be focused on adult stroke patient with stage 2 spasticity appear to stage 4 spasticity decrease. So if you see the level, it is in the range of the level that have been mentioned in the PDF before. So my device will be home-based device and the patient or the user can use for the stroke rehabilitation at home. So the weight of device is around 1 kilogram to 3 kilogram, which is very light device, and the material is cloth and breathable with the functional electrical stimulation device. So let's go to the morphology chart. As you can see, the black line is represent my device. So for the install, you will see the device is installed at foot and adjust. There will be a strap to fix the foot, and the selection is set electrical mode. Then if you don't choose the electrical mode, will choose the or you will undergo the stretching part, stretching exercise with stretch foot. Then for the monitor, this device will monitor the strength of the strap that you have been using in the stretch exercise. Then it will be displayed on the LCD monitor. Okay, let's go to the overview of the concept design. So before this, I have mentioned the property of material device, which is home-based device. Weight device is around 1 kilogram to 3 kilogram, and the material is cloth and easy to install for the stroke patient. So as you can see, this is the adjustable strap for wearing. So this adjustable size for adult, which they can fit wearing this device easily and no problem. So they will be to function in this device, which is electrical stimulation therapy and the stretching exercise. For the electrical stimulation therapy, this make it focus on stage 2 and 3 patient. That electrical stimulation is sending electrical impulse to generate a muscle contraction. So electrode will be placed on the foot and it will trigger an electrical shock. And so you can see the electrode at the bottom of the feet. So this is for the electrical stimulation, which to supply electrical shock to the feet. Then we go to the stretching exercise. When user and patient in stage 4, they will do a simple exercise to regain and control their muscle. There are several levels of the stretchable strap for this exercise, which is low, medium, and high tension. So you can see the stretching movement orientation, which is up and down. So if you want to know if the patient has passed this rehabilitation, so stroke patient will pass or succeed when he can stretch with the maximum tension strap easily. That's all.
So good evening, I'm Ibrahim, and this is my concept design. So firstly, my device target around stage 2
to stage 4 of the brownstone stroke rehabilitation, and the weight is around 5 to 7 due to the size, and is suitable for indoor rehabilitation, and it is suitable for adult stroke patients in both genders. Next, we look at the morphology chart. We can see that my ideas came from the solution 1, which fixed cover to the strap we fix, and then to the actuator, to the walking and the tension, and finally the scale. So for the concept design drawing, you see firstly for the installing, the pneumatic ankle foot provides a fixed cover that is suitable for most 50 years and above. This is because it is soft and is made of closed cell resin material, and it is best for everlasting comfort. So next, to setting up the actuator, the mechanic is actually the air pressure will cause the pneumatic actuator to shorten, and when the pressure gas is at the highest, this will cause contraction force. As you can see from the diagram below, how a single acting works. When the pressurized air comes in, this will cause the spring to move out, hence it will produce torque for propulsive assistance and motion control. This will help individual walking stability, and the session also can be recorded data of an individual when they are trying to using it, and one's ability to walk and the amount of displacement can be tracked during the session. And next, the data can also be obtained through the power of Bluetooth, which then can be seen in the mobile phones. Next, so as you can see from the selection matrix that we done for the 5 concept, and we can refer it in the below labels of the 5 concept, and the criteria are attractive, maintenance, effective, ease to use, safety. So out of 5 criteria, the most weightage that we prioritize is the effectiveness of it and the safetyness, and the other 3 being maintenance, ease to use, about almost important. You can see from the 5 concept 4 is the highest, 0.65, due to the maintenance, which is very good, and the ease to use, and is quite safety, even though the effectiveness is quite average, but it's probably is the best out of all of the design, being concept 1 and concept 2, and concept 5 having almost the same score with an average score, but concept 3 having quite low total due to the low ease to use and being have low maintenance. So for the importance of criteria, we can see out of the 5 criteria, there is actually have their own benefits out of the 5 concepts. As you can see, the concept 1 being have the best in safetyness of all of them, the concept 2 with good effectiveness, concept 3 with the good attractive, and concept 4 and concept 5 being easy to use. So finally, we can conclude that concept 4, which is the ankle foot traction, is the best, and we need to choose this concept. Thank you.